All right, ladies, welcome to this very special case study interview. And we're talking with Patti Pitre. She is not only a client inside the Academy, the Blessed to Thrive Academy, but I consider her a friend. But I do that with all of my clients. So, hey there, Patti. How are you, hon?
Hi, I'm good, and I am honored to be here with you today.
Well, thank you so much for pausing from your Saturday. Listen, for those ladies that are going to be watching that don't know you yet, would you mind giving them just a brief background on kind of who you are and what business you have and how you came to start that business?
Well, my name is Patti Pitre, and the name of my business is Makeup P31 Woman, and I actually have a full-time job. I have a career in banking. I've been in banking for over 20, almost 30 years. And I was not looking to start this business. It just sort of fell into my lap because God brought it to me. And I started a year ago in October. It's hard to believe I've been doing this for a year now. So, and anyway, what my business is, I always come on and I say, this is Patti Pitre with Makeup P31 Woman. My business is about God first, beauty, and encouragement. And I am a unique presenter.
That's excellent. Okay, so where were you in the business? You know, in timeline, it's 6 months in, I guess, given the time frame. But where were you when you and I came together and you joined the Academy?
Well, I met you in January, and I actually had signed up for one of your free coaching sessions. And right before, a day or two before I was supposed to do it, I was feeling so discouraged and fed up that I had decided I was going to quit. And so I reached out to you and I said, hey, Judy, I am canceling my appointment because I've got to really think about what I want to do. And you didn't leave it at that. You questioned me and engaged with me a little bit and encouraged me. And we left off. You know, I had made up my mind I was going to quit, but you had told me that if you could help or if I wanted to talk, to reach out. And so then, I believe it was a week later, you invited me to a free week-long event that you were doing on branding. And I'm going to start crying. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
After the first session, I knew without a shadow of doubt that God had brought you into my life and that I was to continue doing what I was doing and that he was in this. So,
wow.
Sorry.
That is powerful. No, to me, hey, we're all ladies and things hit us and you might not even have expected that. But yeah, you remember that. That was a pivotal moment in your history, right? Obviously. So then you went through that week-long challenge or workshop, whatever it was. And at some point you joined the Academy. So I'd love to know, why did you decide to do that?
Well, after I went through that week-long session, you were doing a branding class that was 6 weeks long. I don't think you had started the Academy at that point, and I won it. That was another thing that made me know it was from God that I won that 6-week class. And at the end of the 6-week class, then you did the offer for the Academy. And I decided to go forward with it. I toyed with the idea whether I should or I should not, because as I said, I work full time and I was feeling somewhat overwhelmed with everything, but there was just too much good stuff not to join. So that's why I joined.
Okay, awesome. So when you came in, tell the ladies about your initial impression as you came inside and maybe attended one of those weekly events, or what was your impression once you actually got in?
Well, once I got in, as I said, I was feeling overwhelmed only because there's so much good stuff. And I was feeling excited, but also a little scared, a little overwhelmed. And I had met some people in the 6-week class and just loved them so much. And I did not want to lose contact with them. And so they were in the Academy as well. And that is one of the big things that drew me to you was the camaraderie and the support system that you get within the academy. And I like the fact that there are subject matter experts that come and speak on different things like marketing and copywriting. And I didn't even know what copywriting was. I thought that was like copyrighted materials or something.
Yeah.
And so I have just learned so much and been exposed to so many wonderful ladies. And I don't know, it's just awesome.
Okay, excellent. So let's see all my questions here. So when you mentioned the Thriver experts, so, you know, I bring in, like you said, the social media, the sales, copy, so that we know what to say, and Facebook ads and those kinds of things. So let the ladies in on what one of those Thriver expert office hours looks like. Like, what happens?
Okay, well, when you attend these, they're online, and they're like a web session, webinar, I guess, type thing. And the ladies that are in the session are asking questions of this particular subject matter expert that are related to them personally in their business. And so then that person, excuse me, that is leading it will give them feedback and answer their questions that fit in with what they're doing. And we also have the sessions that meet once a week with you, where we can bring any kind of subject in. And then we have the subject matter experts, where it's specifically on a certain thing that you can talk about, like advertising or what have you.
Okay, cool. And, but I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say that it's kind of, you use the term hot seat. So you're putting yourself out there and asking for help.
I love it. Yeah. So there's Thriver experts. There's 5 of them. So once a month, they go live and answer anything. And I always throw the example, like the copy person, Caitlin, she's amazing. If you want her to review your copy on your website, she'll do it right there. So that's a prime example of like a hot seat opportunity. And, you know, those that come and attend, they're the ones who get, you know, the best out of it, because, you know, you put into something, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. And the social media, you know, you're like, oh, I'm not getting engagement. Oh my gosh, Makita will be like, okay, let's go. Let's share a screen. Show me your social. Show me your Instagram and Facebook. So that's great. Now I want to talk about, you mentioned our weekly group coaching and mastermind sessions. That is when we all come together. And yeah, I mean, we talk about different things, life and business stuff. And sometimes we do go deep on somebody's challenges. But what is your favorite part of the academy? Like, we have the video trainings, we have these Thriver expert office hours, we have the, you know, group coaching and the accountability groups. Like, what is your favorite part of everything that you get?
Oh, it's hard to say. I mean, because you've got the sessions out there that you can go through that are self-paced, and I like those because you can go back to them. The Thriver experts are really good because they're individualized, and I guess probably that's my favorite part. I like the fact that you can watch those later, because as I work full-time, I can't always be there. Just the give and take and communication with the ladies, getting ideas, it just amazes me when I look back a year ago and I look now at all the things that I've accomplished this year that I would have never even thought about doing. It's crazy.
That is amazing. That was going to be my next question. So now let's go a little deeper on that. So here you are coming up on your 1-year anniversary. In January, before we met, you were about ready to say, toodaloo, I'm done with this. And now let's talk about some of the things you've accomplished. What have you learned, and how is your business different today than it was, you know, that year ago?
Well, the first thing is branding. I have, and clarity. I know exactly what the Lord has called me to do, and I am doing it. I know who my ideal client is. and I am gearing things toward that ideal client. I started a website. I got on Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn. I was already on Facebook, and my primary social media is Facebook. I dabble with the others, but Facebook is where I get the most bang for my buck. So I did that. I have an email CRM. I didn't have that before. I didn't even know what CRM meant. I was like, I knew nothing when I started this. I've written a course. One of the big things that I have learned is how to collaborate with other women. And I had never done anything like this before, but I decided that I wanted to have an on-site event where women could come and shop. And I wanted to do a multi-vendor event with other home businesses. And so I prayed about it. I put the word out there, and it came together in a couple of weeks. I have 19 vendor tables, and we have rented a location, and we're going to have a women's holiday shopping extravaganza. I'm very excited about it. I'm about to cry again. Sorry. Wow, I feel emotional today. So it's just crazy. I mean, my sales are increasing, and I have made so many friends. I was feeling very lonely when I started this business, and that was one of the motivators for me to start it. And I was having trouble knowing how to reach out to people that I didn't know and not be spammy and be sincere. And that is something that I have learned as part of the academy. And I don't sell to every person I meet, but I have made so many contacts, and I have so many lovely ladies that I can just reach out to and have a conversation with. It's awesome.
It's a beautiful thing, for sure. Absolutely. I love it. So when you mentioned your ideal client, and branding, so big deal, your ideal client and branding, tell those that may not understand the importance of that, what that does for your mindset and your business and your marketing strategy.
Well, branding is when you are targeting a specific type of person. You're not shooting a shotgun that just goes everywhere. You have a target. And the reason for it is because when you are doing your lives, or you're doing your posts, or whatever kind of marketing you're doing, you need to be thinking about that person, because you're not going to reach everybody. And one of the things that I learned from you was you want to be polarizing. There's going to be some people that can't stand you, but then there are going to be those that do. And you want to work with who you want to work with. You want to work with the people that you like. And so if you don't target and have somebody that you're going after, you're really not going to reach anybody.
Wow, look at that. You could almost talk on that subject as branding expert by experience. That's wonderful. So I just want to make sure I've said congratulations on this whole live event. I know from being a part of that is no small feat. That is a ginormous feat to put together. So congratulations on that. And you've gained in confidence, and abilities in yourself by God's grace to be able to do that. And so that is a very, very beautiful thing. So congrats on that. I want you to, if you would, tell the ladies about your accessibility to me personally. We talked about the Thriver experts and how great it is to collaborate with the other ladies inside the group, and they probably have become many of your business besties. But what about me? What about you and me one-on-one? Tell them about that.
I love working with you one-on-one, Judy. We had a session recently that was I forget what you called it, a VIP session.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was so impressed by the amount of time and effort that you had put into preparing for the event. And just, you are so warm and so sincere and so loving and caring about your clients. And like you said, I feel like we're friends. And I mean, I don't have a session with you every day, but if I need something, I can message you and say, what do you think about this? And when you can, you respond. You post it in your group. We get feedback from other people, but you are accessible, and I love you.
Oh, I love you too. See, that is just so neat. I love you. So actually, I have to say, what Patti was talking about, that VIP half day, that is a bonus that is on the table for others that pay in full. Patti paid in full, so that's a bonus. Not everybody gets that, but it is a powerful 2.5-hour session where we got a lot of work done, didn't we, Patti?
We did. We sure did.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's awesome. And I remember one other aha moment that stands out where we had a one-on-one where you were like, Judy, I don't know, I'm not getting really a lot of traction in my Facebook. And then I introduced a concept related to other Facebook groups. And I loved getting that message back with, Judy, it's working. This is great. Thank you. So tell them about that, just very briefly.
Yes. Well, I had joined some Facebook groups, and that's one of the things you do with your branding. You want to join groups that have your ideal client. And so I had joined this women's group. My ideal client is women 40 plus. And I had been posting in the group and commenting on different people. But when I met with Judy that day, she suggested that I ask that group admin if I could post my live videos. And I hadn't thought about doing that because when you join groups, you know, some of them are really particular about what you post and they don't want you in there selling and spamming. So because the videos that I do during the week are primarily encouragement videos, I sent one of them to the admin of this particular group. And I said, what do you think about me posting in your group? And she first said, well, I don't know, since you're mentioning your business, we probably wouldn't let you. But she watched it. And after she watched it, she said, yes, I like this. You can post and we'll see how it goes. And I started getting people as friends from that group, and some of them have bought from me. So that was a very, very successful strategy. And I am trying to implement it in other groups as well now.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it's about being bold too.
Yes. Oh, yes. That was another thing I wanted to say. I did not have the confidence in myself to reach out to people that I didn't know because I am an introvert, believe it or not, and I am not a chit-chatty person. And so I have learned how to do that, to be sincere and to meet people that I didn't know.
Isn't it fun? Business is about meeting people. I think in the last year myself, I've met thousands of women, and I consider hundreds of women, not just my clients, as dear friends. So that, if ladies watching, if you are not reaching out and making connecting a part of your everyday, you're missing out. You've got to have fun in this business. All right, well, let's wrap this up and ask this. Would you recommend the Academy to somebody else, part one? And number two, what if somebody's been watching this week's workshop and they're like, you know what, I'd love to jump into the Academy, but you know, I have to open up my wallet to do that. And I'm not quite sure. What would be your thought?
Okay, well, if you are starting a business or if you already have started a business and you are ready to go all in, then absolutely, I would absolutely join the Academy because you need support. You can't do it on your own. And that is a big, big part of what the Academy offers. I chose when I joined to put the money out there, the whole thing. And the reason I did it was because you did offer the VIP session. And I knew because I had dealt with you some throughout those 6 or 7 weeks, I knew that it was worth, just that alone was worth the cost of the Academy. And I was going to be getting so much more. So absolutely, if you're willing to go all in, if you're not willing to go all in, then don't do it. But if you're willing to go all in, then absolutely.
Wow, Patti, thank you so much for that. And I'm with you. I don't want women in the academy if they're not fully committed to their business. But if they are, and if failure is not an option, to me, it's the best value out there. And believe me, I study. I study my competitors, and now I don't think I have any. And I don't say that boastfully. I say that with a confidence in the Lord, in what He's downloaded to me and what I've put together. So once again, thank you so much, Patti. I just love you, and I thank you for your time today.
I love you too, and I'm very honored and appreciate the opportunity. So,
all right, ladies, hope to see you inside the academy. Mwah, take good care.
Bye.